Joker's propping this thing up like it's the biggest story that ever existed, making all these videos back to back on this crap. That's why I waited a day. Don't want y'all to get that impression. Cause it is a big story, but it ain't the be all end all. It ain't all that. Now people are certainly concerned about what happened. Oh yeah. But you and I mean, there's bigger things happening concerning us. Like the FBI labeling people who talk about conspiracy theories, domestic terrorists. And sure enough, the Trick Joker's talking about rapid spread of unfounded conspiracy theories on social media. They're flying online. Oh, really? Flying online, Joker? Wow. Yeah, that's what the big media, paid off corporate media, talking about. And then what they're saying is, well, on the left, you got people saying that Trump is somehow involved in new Epstein. And then on the right, they're saying the Clintons are involved in the death. Now, on the left, it's basically the same old crap. Any and everything it can to make Trump look bad, to justify why they don't like Trump so much. Instead of like real things like, hey, you know, Trump said he wanted to close that internet up. I don't think I like that. You know, I don't like how the White House is talking to social media companies trying to censor people who are using their First Amendment right. Yeah, that is a thing. No, we don't focus on that. We look at stuff like Trump was in this picture with Epstein and somehow he didn't want the information to come out. And now, mysteriously, Epstein's dead. Come on now, Joker, really? And then on the right, COINTELPRO bullcrap. I mean, it's COINTELPRO on both sides. And we're talking about the fake government troll army that just basically pretends to be both sides and pushes out all this bullcrap. And then other people just follow along for whatever reason. But then on the right, definitely that COINTELPRO where they say, oh, it's the Clintons that are involved in this. So then automatically any just like rational person will be like, man, the Clintons, they've been out of office and they ain't really had no power like that in a long time. I mean, they've been kind of out of the picture. What are you talking about, the Clintons? And then they tune it out. And then they might be Democrats. They like the Clintons or whatever. So then you get half of the people not even just looking at what actually just happened here. And that's the whole idea. And you say, well, no, I don't know what you're talking about, Joker. The government created a whole conspiracy theory, Joker, called QAnon, and then used the media to say, this is what real conspiracy theorists talk about. I'm telling you, they're real conspiracy. Look at them. Breadcrumbs. And I'm like, what? Breadcrumbs? Joker, when this stupid QAnon stuff came out, immediately, I'm like, man, that's fake. That's government. Just like Flat Earth is a government-created conspiracy theory. They use that. They need that, actually, so you don't actually look into the stuff that actually makes sense, which was going to happen today. I'm going to tell you something that we all can agree upon when looking at this. Huh? Yeah, man. We all can agree upon something. And then after that, keep it moving. Because there's more important stuff going on pertaining to you. Like the FBI classifying people, domestic terrorists, for what? For posting conspiracy theories, for having views on abortion, stuff like that. Jokers always want to talk about Nazis, but then don't want to look at the stuff that's leading to some Hitler type situation. Red flag laws are not good. And that's what Trump brought up. Things we can all agree on. Number one, Epstein, freaking scumbag. But Epstein, this man could have been locked up. Should have been locked up. People knew. Like authorities, they always tell you about authorities. The authorities knew about this man. We talking about some FBI informant type stuff under Mueller, by the way. Mueller is so concerned about justice, but then, you know, he just slipped through the cracks or something like that. Or not exactly slipped through the cracks. Epstein was an FBI informant. And case agent here talking about advised that no federal prosecution will occur in this matter as long as Epstein continues to uphold his agreement. So the man was an FBI informant, and as usual, the FBI informants just magically walk away from stuff, and they still get to do their dirt. or the dirt that they did get swept under the rug. And I want you to pay attention how long ago this was. 9/11/08. And people say, oh, 9/11. Yeah. But 08, Joker? How long ago that was? And we just now hearing about this as if it's like, oh, this is the biggest story in the decade, the century. Joker could have been did this. But no, FBI informant. FBI cover up. But now they talking about, oh, we're going to be investigating this. Yeah, right. Joker, y'all said that last time, didn't it, Joker? So then we go on over, and then we see like Joker's like this Prince Andrew's ties to Epstein. So in saying this, we could just basically say something very general that we all can agree with. All right, so the man was a billionaire. So chances are he hung out with a lot of those other billionaire type people. Yeah, I can agree with that. All right. So chances are these were some high profile people. We're talking about some Illuminati type jokers. Illuminati, that's not real. It is a real thing, Joker. Just keep going. So chances are that he hung out with some Illuminati type jokers like this. Talking about them high profile people. Now, the things that Epstein did, there's a chance that they might have known more details than most people on what he did. Can we all agree on that? I'm sure we can. Now, is there a chance that some of those other billionaires, high profile people that have what they call power in the world may have did some of the same things Epstein did? We would all know about that, right? Because that's what the media does. They tell you everything. Yeah, right. Chances are they did the same stuff he did. Is it possible? Well, we're hearing it's possible that good old Prince Andrew was involved in some of this. If you understand or think it's possible that maybe some of those other billionaire people, because he ain't hanging out with old Joe Schmo, McDonald's manager, number 2. We're talking about the assistant manager. He ain't hanging out with him like that. He hanging out with them other billionaire jokers. Now, a lot of time they under the radar. You don't always hear about all these billionaire jokers, these Illuminati jokers like that. We do hear about, no, you don't. You don't even hear about the Bohemian Grove every freaking year that happens. Look into it. I don't want to talk about it right now. So there's a chance that they also did the same things that he did. Now, here's where all the luck comes in. Like, because usually these guys have the best luck. When this guy was going to go to trial, a lot of those names were going to pop up. And then if those names popped up, then there's a high chance that those jokers will lose everything they got. All that power, all that money, or they would be in jail, being found that they did the same stuff Epstein did. But now possibly that trial isn't going to go how it would have went if he was alive. Can we all agree that this worked out entirely too well for the other people involved? Because they did say there were other people involved, and chances are they were other high profile people. So at the very least, we can say, well, dang, that's fishy. Or everybody can agree that, hey, this guy hung around all these billionaire type people. There's a chance that they knew what was going on. And there's a chance that they may have been involved. Like there's people right now that could have been said something about this, but are not saying it. That's something very simple that we can all agree on. And now they feel like they're going to get to walk away with it. Well, what do you think happened to him? Doesn't matter. Fact is, here's a person who has been protected by the system, and that what he has done, he's supposed to be investigated, and he wasn't. And they had information on him. And I'm sure they have other names, but purposely didn't tell us. And usually when that happens, the powers that be don't want the information to get out for whatever reason. Here it is happening yet again.
Redsilverj, all I gotta say.